This cherry tree has 0 blossoms on it. It was set up to produce, looked like it was going to produce a lot of blossoms, hundreds of blossoms, but yet there is none. My name is Jason, this is our Creation Homestead. I want to talk to you today about, are we going to have a fruit shortage in the year of 2023? Hey, how's it going, everybody? For those of you who do not know, we've got several fruit trees planted in our yard. 3 columnar apple trees, 2 apple trees planted in muck buckets, this sweet cherry tree, this tart cherry tree, this peach, this nectarine, and 2 more apple trees planted in muck buckets here. I do have another one called a neck tot, but it's not really going to be featured in this video, so we're not going to deal with that. But what I do want to deal with is this. Here in Southwest Ohio, we have a wide range of temperatures. Okay, they can go up, down, we can be warm, cold. It varies dramatically. And it's varying more and more dramatically in a lot of other locations across the country. Our cherry tree there was set up to blossom a lot. It didn't bloom at all. Neither one of them. They both had what's called, I guess, bud stalk. I guess maybe what you want to call it. So basically what it is, in the wintertime, your trees have these little nodules on them, okay? They're like, look, and what they are is they're going to tell you that's where the buds are coming out of for the fruit. Okay, and they are in dormancy all winter long. And while they're in dormancy, they need a certain amount of chill hours. Okay, the chill hours is anything between 32 degrees and 45 degrees. So apple trees can range as little as 800 chill hours to 1400 chill hours depending on the variety. This tart cherry tree right here, it needs 800 to 900 chill hours. Okay, and those are counted from after your growing season ends. So like here this year it was like October 20th of 2022 we got our first freeze. Okay, so after that up until probably like mid-April we needed a certain amount of chill hours in order for these blossoms to open appropriately and to produce fruit appropriately. One thing I was reading is I read from Texas A&M University, because they have like the best agriculture department probably in the country. Okay, so if I read something from a university, I'm probably gonna read it from them. And they say that anything over 65 degrees can even begin to negate your chill hours. And I don't know how it was in your locations, but we had several days that we weren't getting chill hours at all, or we were actually over 65 degrees. There were March 1st was 77 degrees here. January 1st we didn't get any chill hours at all. It was like January 1st and 2nd, both were automatically over freezing, over 45 degrees the whole time. So we should have been garnering some chill hours, but instead we got none. Even in March is typically a month here where we would probably get a lot of chill hours, because we don't get terribly cold, don't get terribly warm. We can kind of hover in that 32 to 45 range for a while. But we had days where we weren't getting any. And we had a lot of extremities. Really cold or really warm. Not a whole lot of in-between time. So therefore, these bad boys, hard to really say how much fruit we're actually going to get. Because these trees, from what I can find, they need 800 to 1200 chill hours. So what I would assume is that if you get anywhere close to the low end, you'll probably get some production. But if you get closer to the high end, you may get a lot of production. Did we even get 800 chill hours? That's something that obviously we don't calculate, because I'm not sitting there writing down, well, it was 33 degrees for 6 hours today. I don't know that. But what I do know is that we're really warm a lot of times, and this thing right here should be loaded with small cherries at this point, and it's not. Now I can show you on this apple tree where there are small pieces of fruit. Last year there was a lot more than that on there. And also with chill hours, if you don't get enough chill hours, will those even make it? That's the next thing, is will they even grow, or they just die and fall off? Because that can happen. Also, something that Texas A&M University said was that leaves could even be more sparse. And this is not very full of leaves at all. As you can see, this is very sparse. Like, Okay, you have leaves right here, but what's here? Nothing. Nothing at all. The whole way. Comes leaves here, leaves up here, right here, same thing. Right here and nothing the whole way down. Now, are they gonna push out? Maybe. But it's absolutely affecting the cherry trees and the apple trees big time. And also, that peach tree, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Now, I would have thought that we could have easily had enough for a peach tree because peaches can be grown in the south. But there's obviously nothing there. And what about this apple tree? Look at it. It should have been alive. I mean, it was good last year. And I don't know, is it alive or not? There's nothing on there. It feels like it may not be alive anymore, right? It's because of chill hours. Chill hours can kill your fruit trees as well. Now, honestly, this isn't my typical style video. We're not doom and gloomers. Okay, we don't want to project that everything's falling apart, everything's going to go to hell in a handbasket. We don't like to say all that, right? But on this one, we're just simply providing you evidence that there could be issues this year for some of your fruit, but also tell you, hey, there's importance for chill hours. When you plant fruit trees, understand what you're getting into. Understand that, hey, you need a certain amount of chill hours in order to produce fruit, and good fruit, right? Honestly, a lot of people, like myself, by the way, we love to say, hey, I'll take all the warmer weather in the wintertime you give me. Because, I mean, it can be really hard. This year, Christmas time, we had really hard winter, hard weather. You know, it was 8 degrees below zero at like 10 o'clock in the morning on December 23rd here, okay? So, did that count as a chill hour? Probably not, because most people, I mean, like 90% of what you find on the internet says that a chill hour is only between 32 and 45. So if you get down below 32, below zero even, right, then you're not getting chill hours. So we need those moderate temperatures. The cool, cold, but not warm and not extremely cold. Another thing that is a good piece of evidence is that here in Southwest Ohio, we don't grow peaches, right? We have a little peach tree there, but it's just, that's for fun, honestly. But we do buy a lot of peaches from a company called the Peach Truck. Many of you probably heard of them. If you follow us, then you see that we buy a lot of peaches from them. So we got emails from them, and there's 2 things that have really affected their peach crop this year to where it's going to be questionable if we get peaches at all, if anybody gets peaches from them at all. Okay. One thing is their chill hours. They're telling us that they're not sure if they got enough chill hours or not. They're waiting to see how much fruit produces, how many peaches actually stay on, because they're not sure how many chill hours they got. And also, even what did bloom and what did try to produce, they got a really late freeze. So that affected them drastically. So there's 2 things that's going to affect the peach crop out of Georgia, because these are Georgia peaches coming to Ohio, coming to Michigan, coming to Tennessee, you know, and Kentucky and all these other places in this area, and probably a little west. There's going to be an issue with the peaches for sure. So I'm assuming they're in a wait and see game, much as we are with these apples right here, if the fruit even lasts, because the chill hours could have drastically affected the amount of fruit, apples and peaches and cherries, that you're going to see in the grocery store this year. And it's crazy, but it's true. Now, what's the cause of this? Some people are going to say climate change. I personally have a much deeper, broader perspective of this that is far more different than I'm going to go into right here, because it's the most unpopular opinion you're going to hear, but that's just the way I feel about it. No matter what happens, we do know that we serve a God who is awesome, who is amazing, who will continue to provide for all of our needs. But this is also evidence that possibly we should serve him more too, okay? So what I am saying though is that watch out. Don't be surprised if there is a fruit shortage of some kind this year, but only because the weather's jacked up, not because somebody's messing with us, not because they're trying to kill us. The weather was messed up, and we need good, consistent, solid weather to produce good, consistent, solid fruit, right? So again, be aware. We told you, I may not be right. Warning, I may be completely wrong, but the evidence here in my yard says it's possible. So thank you guys so much for watching. We do appreciate it. My name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead. Love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.